Hello, I'm Rhonda at Carnivore Leo, bringing you news you can use from the community. In today's segment, we will focus on types of sabotage within the carnivore community. It was a challenge for me to find information on this topic because personally, I find the carnivore community very friendly and supportive. However, I was able to locate a video from carnivore YouTuber Anthony Stein at Practical Carnivore, who addressed elitism and sabotage in the carnivore world. And here's what he had to say.
One of the things that really annoys me that I see either in carnivore circles or people who, for whatever reason, really object to the carnivore diet is this sort of weird elitism, sort of looking down your nose at people. And it shows up in two forms. The first is this idea that if you're a true carnivore, you should only be eating ribeyes, New York strip steaks, and the really expensive, super fatty cuts that are delicious and decadent, or you're not a true carnivore if you ever eat anything besides beef or lamb, or you're not a true carnivore if you eat a lot of ground beef, or you're not a true carnivore if you don't eat your meat nearly raw. I don't understand this. I mean, yes, look, if you do the like blue rare lion diet, for those who don't know what that is, that's you basically scare your cut of beef with a flame. You know, you get a little bit of brown on the outside to take care of any of the bacteria that naturally shows up on beef. And then you eat it basically raw. There are people who do that. That's fine. If you're getting the results you want, wonderful, right? There are also people who will tell you that you need to go hyper strict for everything. Look, have you noticed that most carnivore influencers want you to go strict? There's a reason for that. But also most of them will tell you if you're, getting the results you want, then it's fine if you're not going super strict. When they want you to go strict, they want you to eat beef, butter, bacon, eggs, maybe a little fish here and there, and salt. That's about it. And I think most carnivores, when they get to where they want to be on this diet, when they meet their goals, if they're not basically keeping permanent metabolic problems at bay for the rest of their life, if you're just trying to lose weight, or you've got a couple of essentially temporary things that you're trying to fix, once you reach them and once you get to a new happy place, I think most carnivores are going to start adding back in the complex spices, or they're going to start adding back in the coffee or the dairy or whatever it is that they eat that isn't strict carnivore. Most people, I think, want to find themselves in a relaxed carnivore place. And for whatever reason, that really gets some people mad. But the other thing that really bugs me are people who are not carnivores, who find this whole thing kind of nutty, and they come in and, compare us to either vegans, whatever, or they compare us, they call it the carnivore diet, a religion. I have a religion. I don't need a second one. I'm not going to make one around food. I do carnivore the way I do, and I am as passionate about it because I was desperate to lose the weight that I had been carrying my whole life. I've, done the yo-yo dieting. I've done it all. This is the only thing I've ever found that is sustainable, easily sustainable.
My closing thoughts on how to identify and combat community-specific sabotage are there may be a few dogmatic members in the carnivore community who are criticizing others in this space who are not as strict as they think everyone should be. But I feel that most people in this community are welcoming, encouraging, and accepting of people who come to this way of eating who are using different methods to reach their own optimal health. Each person is different and unique, and diet is not a one-size-fits-all situation. What works for one person may not work for another person. I believe that low carb, keto, lion, and carnivore are all within the proper human diet spectrum. With that said, we shouldn't be putting labels on the way carnivores eat. My advice is if you spot community-specific sabotage, you have the option to report or block the user or hide the user from your channel. This has been news you can use from the carnivore community. Thank you for watching and good night.